Well, good morning everyone. Welcome back to the channel. It's a Sunday today and we're feeding the cows. Sunday the 5th of September. And it's quite nice weather, I have to say. Just trying to reverse, they're pumping slurry up top. So you can't drive around to the fresh cows, so you have to come play the calf pens, the calf hutches, and reverse up through the passage rather than drive through it. Also, I've put more screws in the bottom of my camera, so hopefully there's not as much rattling. Once again, I do apologise for that in the last 2 or 3 videos. My sincere apologies. And I need to clean the mirrors. So, as I say, it's Sunday today, and last Wednesday went up to the second farm to join in with their silage. I didn't film any of it, but I was there to join in with it, and it was good cracks. And I also picked up the maxxum Fenders from mudguards, they were there. So I've got one on the tractor, and the other one of the plates is missing, so it needs welding, but I'll sort that in the winter. If I need to buy a new plate for it, then I'll have to buy a new plate, but I'm sure we could probably make one. Know about that at all. Right. This is the third load. So as we're starting to get through that, first cut silo, it's getting drier and it's starting to get a bit more dense, a bit bulkier in the feeder wagon, so it's taking a bit more mixing and a bit more to get out of it. So that's why it's taking a while to come out, like. And I know that back window needs a wash. The wiper's not really doing much. I've been driving round with my water bottle, and one thing I will say, class, why haven't you got any cup holders in your tractors? Like, class, really? Like, please put a cup holder somewhere. So I'm currently putting 1.2 tons out for this side of the fresh. That's getting about 1.1 ton. In the loads up till about 6.5, 6, 7 tons, something like that. I do apologise if you can't hear me. This tractor's quite loud. I'll have to put subtitles on. Might be alright, who knows. Oh, it's a lovely day. I think it's around 23, 24 degrees. Lovely weather. About a week since we did second cut grass, and the fields are so green everywhere. Like, you might see in a second, all the fields are like you wouldn't have thought they'd been cut a week ago. Doing one at the moment because I'm going to come back with 300 kilos of cake in for the other side, because fresh side there don't actually have cake bins, whereas that side do. So we put 300 kilo extra in for that far side. Just gives them that little bit of cake. Tell you what, this is starting to get tight. In the winter when we've got more calves and there's more calf pens and we've got, well, sawdust pallets here, this can be a very tight little turning, whatever you'd call it. But if I just show you now, like the amount, just look over there, that you wouldn't think they'd have been cut a week ago like that. That's great. He's slurrying them now. He's pumping around the back of the shed and he's piping down the lonin end, I think. Right. Now that is a tight curve. Round the scraper track there. No bother. No bother. Drop my AirPods down there. It's dark in here. These weigh about a ton each. Putting about 250 kilos in, so about maybe a third, just to make sure that I've got enough. That's why I say they weigh about a ton, because you have to find if you put a quarter in, it only gets 150 kilo in, so they weigh near a ton. They're not exactly a ton, just below, I'd say. But I'll tell you what, this string is right hard to find sometimes. It should be 6 strings. Then you're going to shift out the way on the last one just in case it falls on you. Doesn't often like, but there's a chance. You can see I've been keeping the silage face nice and tidy. Just keep it nice and flat and level and things. That's going in the dry cow load. You can see where I've grabbed today because it's that just down there and all of that. It's slightly darker shade. We've gone through about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bays in like 7 weeks, 6 weeks. Unbelievable, like the amount we're using at the moment. They are feeding really well off of it though. Don't know why the silage pit's slits always shows purple on the camera, like. Funny one. I don't like the look of it when it's purple. It doesn't look the best on video, like. Oh, I never took the string off. I cut it and then never took it off. Right, let's take it off and put it out the way. If you're watching this video and you bale with a quadrant baler and make huge square bales, if you're feeling guilty of putting one pink string on and the rest like white silver, please comment down below, because it's annoying me that there's only one pink string on it. Who is guilty of that crime? They were saying, these are from, the lad with the trailer was telling me where they were from. I can't remember where he said now. Somewhere down south anyways. And he says they were done with a quadrant baler, like a class quadrant. Huge big baler. Their best side of 100 grand just to buy the baler, like. That's serious money, that. Serious money. Then there's always one string that never wants to come. Right, let's shift this out of the road. You can see the amount of bales we've got. We were really stuck for space when we were bringing that, shit, that's all the string. Stuck for space when we were bringing that third cut in. So we had to pile it right high. And you can see they're on pallets so that they don't get all the juice off the silage on them. So yeah, right, we'll just dump this I've got a grease gun that I need to put on the maxxum actually. I took it off the class step to put it on the maxxum, and I never got around to putting it on. Did some aerating last week as well. Just put that over there. Just the headlands where they've run over with the trailers. Old grease gun, but it does the job. Yeah, just where they've run over with the trailers, it's been compacted over the summer months. Just give the grass a better chance of growing back if I put some slits in. So it took about an hour. Wasn't too bad. Tell you what, it was being a right pain to get on, like, because I was putting it on, and the up and down switch on the rear for the rear linkage on back at mudguard on the maxxum started playing up. Oh, it was awful. So I had to keep switching the engine on and off every time it stopped working. Oh, a right faff. Right. He's put the maxxum on the slurry mixer. As I say, Colin and Graham are here pumping slurry. So that's why they put maxxum on mixer to mix up the slurry while they're pumping it. So it's out of use at the moment, but I'll show you the fender and things later on and all that jazz. And put that grease gun on the step. Best place to put a grease gun, on the tractor step. Handy, very. I've just gone to chuck some dust out that window. I've gone like that, it's shut. Oh, that's quite clean. I thought that, genuinely, I thought that would like down like that. Oops. I'm tired. I'm ready. Well, they're just pumping slurry around here. I'll show you now. Oh, so there's the maxxum just sat on the mixer at the moment. They're not ready for it yet. And there's the TM155, that one, pumping slurry. Ah, pumping, not mixing. So he's brought the 155 for the pump and the 150 with the new stickers on for the dribble bar. I think he's brought today. Unless he's brought the splash plate. I think the dribble bar was giving him a bit of bother last time. I can't remember. He's maybe got the splash plate actually. I'll go and have a crack with him later on, see what he's saying. But we'll get this, just this last little bit of feed out for the pre-calvers now. And then we're done for the day. Well, not for the day, until milking. I've left my phone's here. It's currently 11:36 and we start milking at 1, as you know. Do you like my background? I love it. One of them live background things, it's quite cool. But yeah, so I've got an hour free, so I'll probably wander down, get some shots of him, Colin slurrying, and I'll show you this maxxum fender. Walking through the field here, and you can just see like that's grown back in like 8 days. That length is unbelievable. Just this hot weather we're having. To be honest, we probably could have left it another week or two before we'd cut, like, but you just don't know what the weather's going to be like, so we just cut it to be safe really. And it wasn't that bad a crop, so you know, it works, but it's growing back hell of a length in a week, just over. So well, I'm in the field with him now. I'll try and find him. Just endless game of walking around till you find him. There he is, just over the hill. So that's the 150 with the new stickers. It's meant to have the old, you know, the one I use. It's meant to have them stickers on, like the basic white writing TM150, but someone must have put the new ones on. It looks quite nice with the new ones. It's a nice tractor. Very nice tractor. He used to have another 150 which he used for slurrying. I think it was on 19,000 hours and he sold it. They said they might scrap it, but I don't think they were going to scrap it, like, so. It's, you wouldn't really want to scrap a TM. So all that tractor does is just pulls it. No PTO connected or anything. There's hydraulics connected to unfold it, obviously, but it's literally just pulling the slurry. The pump tractor is over there. That's what's pumping it, giving it the pressure to fire out like that. That's literally just holding it in place. So in the winter, he's often here every weekend slurrying. Like, we have a lot of slurry. A lot of slurry. You can see it's a lovely day, like. Broke out about 9 o'clock. It was quite cloudy this morning, but now it's lovely. See, right down the well, the coast's over there that way, and you can see right over this factory over there. Mountains are that way somewhere. Yeah, it's a nice place, is Cumbria. Come up if you've got a free weekend, it's lovely. But take your rubbish with you. That's all I will say. You can hear that tractor is just idling. I think he does it in about B4, B3. But you can see the pipe gets absolutely covered. So the only reason he's not using the dribble bar is cause I think it was giving a bit of bother last time. And he's been flat out silaging people's land ever since, so he hasn't really had a chance to fix it, I don't think, but yeah, it does the job, the splash plate. But we do tend to like to use a dribble bar because it's better for the environment, obviously. It doesn't smell as bad either. But yeah, it's a lovely tractor, that. Right, well, I'll get back down to the yard and I'll show you this Fender. I've only put one on. Like, you're probably seeing the other one next to the quad bike, but the plate, there's a thing that's like that. It's more like a right angle plate which the Fender bracket bolts into, which holds the plastic. Then underneath that right angle plate, there's a rectangular plate and a pin which just goes through and it holds the rectangular plate in place. And I don't have any of those pieces, so I'm gonna have to try and find them parts on an Irish website somewhere. They can't be too expensive. Like, I was looking at the pin thing, it was about £30, I think, because I have no idea where the original part is, and even if I did find the original part, it's probably snapped, which is why they were taken off in the first place. They reckon they've been off 10 years, them Fenders. Like, we've had the tractor since new, so there's a lad that still works here actually that remembers the day it came, and he was mowing in the field next door, just over there. He said it kept overheating or something, like. So we've had it since brand new. It's been an absolute workhorse. It's only got 8,500 hours on, like, it's nothing major. It's original set of tyres. Everything's original on it, like, apart from the mirrors that I've put on, because it had them rubbish oval ones that you couldn't see anything out of. So I will get down and get these Fenders. I've parked the quad bike all the way over there. I thought he was in that field, so I walked all up that field and he wasn't there. So we'll get back to the yard and have a look at these Fenders. Don't know what time it is. It'll be about 12. Well, there it is. It's a bit old, like the plastic's a bit torn, but plastic, for two plastics like that's only 30 quid, I think. So I need this part here and this rectangular block along here just fit in there. The triangular plate pin should just fit up there, and it should just slot into there, that rectangular plate, and then the other fender, it's just got this part and it should slot right on. Just trying to undo these bolts here, because you can see how the fender's that way. If you look at this 155, exact same fender bracket and everything, the fender's more that way, because they've got it on these two back bolts here, whereas these ones are on the two front ones, and then it'd be on these two back ones here. But that's like nearly 20 years of rust on there. I mean, I've got WD-40 to try and do the job like, but I don't know if it'll do it any justice. I'll see what it does. Should probably clear all the grass first, I think. So he says the key is to just put a little bit on, otherwise it'll all just run off and there's no point in putting it on. Don't know if this will do the job, like, you might have to get the angle grinder and do it, but